Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 8 o'clock on the button. A bit earlier tonight. I need to go visiting. I haven't been visiting a woman that lives near me in about 5 weeks. So it has to be done tonight because the next thing, the weekend, will be on top of us again and it won't be done. The 8 or 7:45 race is just over. It's no wonder that horse Ballybean had a few seconds in front of him, because similar to another one we had today, Castletown, they don't want to win or they don't know how to win. They look like someone that will be going to town every week and buying nothing, window shoppers. So good luck to them. They weren't on the bus for long. The other one ran well enough. There was a few big gambles in Douglas DC. A few big gambles in that race from gambling yards, and he was ahead of both of them. He'll win a race, that fella. Maybe a step up to 2 mile. Could be a race in Galway for him, I'd say. Anyway, I have 3 for tomorrow. I think, or at least I hope, they'll be better than them. The 3. The 130 at Chester. Yes, a 5 furlong sprint. It's a handicap. It was won last year by Lookout Louis. He's £10 higher this year. Also a 7-year-old, but he has had a prep run for it this year. Last year he had 3 runs. He won first time out in Newcastle, and he'll be in second to Twilight Calls. £10 higher. But he was in a listed race at Lingfield there on didn't run too bad. But I have chose Nymphadora. This opened up at 6-1. I was given it as an each way price, but then there was a non-runner as well, so there was a money or a market move for it. And a second lifetime start as a 2-year-old, won a listed race in York. Beat a decent horse there called Canonized. Then it ran in Royal Ascot behind Quick Susie. Group 3, Group 2, Group 3, Group 3, all along in 2021. First race last year, it was in Chester at this meeting. It wasn't in this race, but it was second in a handicap. And Jason Watson rode it. And then to second in Royal Ascot. But we'll just have a look at he's on the rail in 4th as we join it.
Nymphadora, then Novello, bidding to repeat last year's win. He won the Lily Agnes last year. Novello turns on the outside, a close 5th, and ahead of just in behind him is Resilience, as Shamlan tries to put it up to Live in the Dream as they turn for home. Both riders now bring their mounts under pressure. Live in the Dream in the pink's got the rail. Shamlan down the outside. Vintage Clarets. Novello trying to get a blow down the outside. Nymphadora, Resilience, they're the next ones, heading down towards the winning line. Live in the Dream from Shamlan, Novello and Nymphadora. Live in the Dream continues this winning run. Live in the Dream, the favourites home. Tight for second. Nymphadora got going late. Joined Shamlan right on the line.
Ran on to finish second. He was second in a big field in Royal Ascot. Or as I should say, she. And then the last day we seen it ran a listed race in Bath. It's in second place as we join it, but it was only out for the gallop, looking like it was set up for this race. We were on the winner this day, Happy Dream, or Happy Romance.
Is Sampers 7
it's in second place there in the light pinkish or brownish colours.
Over Nymphadora, Designer down the near side.
Up in between rivals, fast response is trying to close. White Lavender is driven. Perdika tries to move forwards down the outside, trying to get closer now is Happy Romance as they work their way towards the final furlong in the Lansdowne Stakes, and it's Perdika. Perdika in the centre has the call. Shows up here from Happy Romance. Designer is trying to box on, get ahead from the back. Happy Romance getting to Perdika inside the final 50 yards. It is Happy Romance wins the Lansdowne. Beats Perdika in second, tied in behind.
It was only beaten a few lengths, even though it was back in the pack. It's a tidy little race, this. We actually have an old friend of ours in it, Harry's Bar. Won twice for us in Dundalk last year, but it's way better on the Goo than it is on the turf. If it was good to Ferrum, we might give it an each way chance if there was 8 running. But with soft ground, it doesn't like it at all. It's also better probably at 6. But there's 2 of them out at the handicap there, number 6 and number 8. Night on Earth. It's a decent race, this, but I was just hoping that might... I know Sheen Murphy up Balding going all right, that was a bet tomorrow. A hurl race in Clonmel. Handicap hurl. Stilyker. Stilyker for Willie Mullins. First run last year, went off a 4-9 favourite in Tramore last June. Hasn't been seen since. It went up £11 for that. It's third from the right just at the very start of the race, and it didn't settle at all.
Control, but he's been nerve. Racing towards the first of the 10 flights. As they jump it, he's leading me on in the centre under Conor McNamara is the first one to show in front, while on the inside Grin, and they're followed close up by Stilyker, the long odds on favourite, taking a keen enough tug third on the outside for Paul Townend as they come to flight number 2. Grin is possibly the...
We'll move it on a bit now.
On the outside is Cara Daddy. They're followed by Darkest Hour with More Power to You and Lillian Bland towards the inner. Next in the field then the check jacket of Caddyshack with Moonlit Sea on that one's outside. Shamad is next in the field as they
took up the lead and he settled and he was going all right.
Wildlife Park Handicap hurdle, and Stilyker, the favourite, has taken over and gone on by a length and a half, 2 lengths to. He's leading me on in second. Braga comes through on the outside under Neil Galt to go third. 4 behind those is Darkest Hour. And they're a length and a half in front of Cara Daddy with Moonlit Sea trying to make ground from the back of the field. And they're ahead of Grin, who's lost its place. And Shamad is next ahead of Hard Target and behind those More Power to You. But heading down towards the second last, it's Stilyker who's out in front and travelling well. A length or so in front of Braga in second. He's leading me on third. Moonlit Sea tries to stay on behind those as they come to the second last. Stilyker lands in the lead by half a length to Braga in second. Third on the outside is Moonlight Sea, but heading between the final 2 flights, it's Stilyker who's moved on and gone on by a length and a half to Braga, trying hard in second. Moonlit Sea on the outside. Down to the final flight, it's Stilyker with the advantage. Stood off, it lands 2 lengths in front of He's Leading Me On, who's rallying in second. But as the race up towards the finish, it's Stilyker by a length. He's Leading Me On. Stilyker holds on by a half a length in the end. He's Leading Me On.
It wasn't snug enough there, even though it only says that it was half a length or 3/4 of a length or something. Stepping up and trip I don't think will be a problem. The ground shouldn't be a problem. Still only 7. Jack Foley riding. 3-1 shot there. Early arrival. Is he a reserve? Yeah, he's a reserve. You'd be hoping that could be competitive tomorrow, even though it's up £11. And in the 8:45 at Thirsk, we have a trainer, Michael Dodds, is going all right. We had a winner with him last Saturday on a horse that was second run after the layoff. And this is something similar, bold territories. It's what now? It's a 5-year-old, isn't it? It is. Didn't run as a 2-year-old. Had seven runs. Then it had the old wind surgery. Won 3 races last year. Won off 57. Good to soft over a mile in Redcar. First run the last day on soft ground in Redcar as well, and Connor Beasley was on it. And as we joined the race, he's in the blue and white. He's third from the left there. But he wasn't too busy, and he just looked like if he needed the run.
Then Butanasek, back to the final furlong they come now. Billy Ware, Jasmine battling away on the far side. Bold Territories trying to go over the top. Code Purple now drawn out for an effort. And from the back, Martin's Briggs beginning to blast home. Needs room. They go inside the final half. Code Purple on the near side. Martin's Briggs the far side. Code Purple will go on to land the spoils to Martin's Briggs. Back in third.
It wasn't too hard on him now when that horse passed him out. That horse had runs under his belt this year. Let us see where he had finished. Has he finished since? He was second to Gunner's side since, of £2 higher, and he'd won his previous race, so he was match fit. We weren't. So there's the 3, and there's a couple at Chester tomorrow's an interesting card. Donald O'Brien's horse is favourite for the D Stakes. One showed a nice turn of foot below in Cork. There's an interesting horse there as well, Passenger. It's out of by Ulysses, out of a Warfront mare. It's not entered in any of the big races, that's the only thing, but it's surprising. Well, it's not surprising in one way that Michael Stout throws him straight into. He looked good, I thought, the first time out. Passengers should be back on the Passenger, maybe. Now, let's see an each way price. He might go to an each way price tomorrow. And then we have the Ormond Stakes, a Group 2, changing of the guard. That won in Chester last year. Beat New London and beat him well. And New London then we were on it for the Ledger. Let us down which was our anti-post selection. It was 5th in the Derby. Beat Grand Alliance. Grand Alliance has turned out and won this year. It's entered in a heap of stuff. Everything nearly bar the Rose of Tralee. Group 2s and 3s and 1s and whatever. Hamish won it last year. We have Enemy in it. Enemy an old buzz horse. Won it for us in Musselborough last year. I think it's 11-1, wasn't it? It was 11-1. He won at Maidan this year at 18s. We backed him when he was second in Riyadh. There there was money from that day. He wasn't too busy on the last day, but he more or less a 2-miler. But it should be between the top 2 in the market there. But the money is coming for changing of the guard. I think that opened up 7-2 or 4-1 earlier. Hamish was 15-8 all day. Anyway, I see there's a few interesting horses that we know the names of entered in Chester on Friday. By Your Side, beaten by a nose in Punchestown, is running on the flat in Chester. And there's another one that won 2 good races for us back at the back end last year in the Shadwell. Oh man, God, that's something I can't think of it. But they're running. He's up against. I think he's 92 up against a 64 favourite. We'll have a look at it now for half an hour. No, I might look at it when we come back from rambling. Anyway, bash the bookies, over and out.